There we go. Let me bring this down a little bit. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to give everyone ample amount of time to get in here. Today is promising. I'm telling you, the future is looking so bright. And I want to give everybody a chance to listen to the message and hopefully find some insight how to move forward. Welcome to Lotus TV 444, you guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you guys are doing well. And thank you very much, Yardy Cray. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I got my little outfit going today. I felt cute. I got my partial Britney Spears going on, and the hit me baby one more time. I'm feeling it. Everybody in the chat right now, let me know if you guys want to see the outfit. Y'all ready for this shit? Are y'all ready? Because check this out. Let me move this chair out of this way. Hold up. Let's put this to the side. Okay. Hey, let's turn it around. Okay, all right. All right, we'll get the side profile. Look, let me bring this up over the booty. There's a lot going on back there. There you go. Oh, yeah, look at the arms. These are so cute, right? Give them a little bit of shoulder, All right. So I think that was one of the greatest intros that you guys will see on this channel. Look, I got all glammed up with nowhere to go, but I'm feeling myself tonight. And I think that's how everybody should be. Okay. So let's get into these energies, right? Hopefully you guys are working through these Mercury retrograde energies with ease, because there's going to be a lot that we'll have to sift through, especially now that we're approaching the middle of the month. Towards the end, we're not quite out of the woods yet, because there's always that pre and post shadow period, and so while we're working through these Mercury retrograde energies, we're able to look within, and some of us may be feeling as though we're regressing in some way, or maybe we're reminiscing some things from our past. There could be a lot of people reaching out from our past that maybe, we still have some unfinished business to tend to with. I also feel like there's a lot going on when it comes to, enhancing and strengthening our core and our psychic abilities to the empaths and the gifted light workers out there. And so we've already discussed how there's going to be a lot of narcissistic energy that we will end up attracting, unfortunately, because, if you're an empath or a light worker, or if you shine your light in any way, and if you're loving, nurturing, if you go out of your way to put others before the self, things like that, it's going to be like, a moth to a flame. And of course, the narcissist will end up getting burned, but the point is we're still attracting it. And those are some things that we're working through. Some of us could be identifying some of our codependency issues, and working through some of the triggers that may lead us to go down, the wrong path, and to indulge in certain bad habits that aren't going to, they're not going to help us achieve our goals and, get us long-term success in the long run. So there's a lot that we're going to have to look at, and we're all having to take the magnifying glass to our lives, to our relationships, and even to ourselves to uncover any hidden, truths and hidden untruths when it comes to self-limiting belief systems and dealing with other people projecting their own self-limiting belief systems, their own bad habits, and their own karmic energy. We find sometimes, especially when we come out of narcissistic energy, as a side note, some of us tend to question if we were the narcissists all along, in the thick of it all, when we're in the thick of healing. So now more than ever, we may be facing certain triggers right now where we have to do something that we've never done before. Say yes to ourselves rather than saying yes to everybody else. Say yes to success and say no to anything that will take you off of your path to success. And I feel like there's a lot that we've been integrating when it comes to the life lessons that we've learned over the years. I also see that some of us may be having a hard time getting sleep. I'm hearing that caffeine, guys, be careful how late in the day you're drinking caffeine and how often you're drinking caffeine, because that could be affecting your ability to sleep. Even drinking alcohol before bed, I've been experiencing this myself, and this is why I've been quitting. And working through staying sober with that as well, because that can, really mess up your circadian rhythm. And so without the adequate rest and without purging the necessary blockages and negative energy and what causes this inner restlessness within us, without purging these things, we become victim to these things, or we become a slave to, the influences of this chaotic energy. There's also a situation where, we've already taken the time to look within to see what it is that we need to learn, or what it is that we've learned and just have yet to apply and take action on. Some of us may be having a lot of trouble with overthinking things in general. So overthinking things when you have a new project to finish, overthinking things, with certain people, and maybe going back to certain, mindsets, certain addictions, certain codependent relationships. We're going back to these things in some way, or reminiscing this, or certain people where we've had these sorts of dynamics will be returning to us and triggering us to really look at ourselves, see why we're attracting certain energies that, don't serve our higher purpose, and to really understand how we need to heal. And so for the most part, meditation and getting rest is in our best interest, because without that, it will only lead to destruction, and it will only lead to more restlessness within. Now, I love these energies coming out here because, here we have the Prince of Cups. He's ready to come in. There could be some love letters being exchanged for some of us. Some of us are going out and taking action when it comes to creative projects or doing something within the arts. So some of us could be singing, performing, trying out comes to mind. Some of us want to act, dance. Maybe we're entering in certain competitions here where we're able to show our talents and to compete with other people with similar talents, where we could learn from each other and grow. I also feel like some of us are just trying to go out there and get it done, get her done. And so I really feel like right now, some of us could be dealing with a water sign here, or multiple water signs, or we could have water in our chart where, this energy alone, I feel like somebody's trying to come through. And I really feel like whoever this could be for some of us, they bring a lot of stress. They don't bring out the best in you. They bring out the stress in you. And so, they lead you to stay up all night. Maybe they're trying to go out to the bar or go out to drink, go clubbing all the time. I also feel like there's, there are multiple people here actually where, they've just left us to kind of fend for ourselves when we needed them the most. We've realized that certain people that have, built relationships with us based off of lies and based on lies, we're doing away with this. And now we're starting to realize whoever's bringing out this unrest within us needs to go. I also feel like there could be someone here that's wanting to offer, some sort of opportunity for us, maybe new jobs here for some of us. Maybe somebody's asking us to go travel. We have the World here. And I love this, doors are opening, and, we are opening ourselves to new possibilities, to new environments, new people, and even new mediums of expressing ourselves through art. I also feel like there's, this freeing energy when we work towards balancing the mind, body, and spirit. And so if we're not getting rest, if we're not minding, the spiritual and, building a relationship with, our higher power, and if we're not, governing the mind properly, and if we're allowing the monkey mind to run the show, this is where problems can start to rise, while we're receiving these blessings and receiving these offers here. But I do see beautiful things coming in regardless of this unrest, because we're releasing these people that try to come by. I feel like I need to say this because there could be somebody that, is already in the chat, joining or coming across the playback. And thank you for the likes, by the way, you guys. I really do appreciate that. I really feel like there seems to be this energy where, certain people will try to pop up, or certain people will try to message us. Maybe they're contacting us through Facebook, Instagram, social media. They're contacting us, emailing us, writing us a letter even. And so we're deciding whether or not we're going to take this offer or these offers here. And it's funny because that leads me to this little story time. It's going to be a mini story time with this. It correlates with the energy where, somebody actually popped up earlier today. And it was someone that does not bring out the best in me. They bring out the stress in me. And so I decided I'm not going to answer the door. And I knew that they heard me moving around inside. But your girl was handling her business. I did I did my housewife duties, cleaning, laundry, getting organized, organizing my projects, organizing my desk. I've been looking at, ways to get your mindset aligned with success. And one of the things that came to mind, or one of the things that was suggested, was a clean workspace. So if there's a lot of clutter on your desk, if there's a lot of clutter in your home or in general, you have a cluttered life, and you're still holding on to people, places, and things that don't align with your vision, that will cause a lot of unrest as well, and will be dragging us down. And so I feel like a lot of us are realizing this. But the other thing, that was suggested to align with success is to, rest, get adequate rest, to exercise, get the body moving, don't spend your money on things that you don't need, and invest in your vision, invest in yourself. Sometimes we may be offered love offers. Some of us may very well receive offers to go out, to go travel, to go out on a date, to, see the world, things like that. And I feel like some of us will be taking, this offer for sure, maybe going on vacation, or, just completely moving. Maybe we're planning to move. I feel like a lot of success is being manifested. And I really feel like our prayers are being answered more than ever. We just need to be patient, and we need to continue to align ourselves, our lives, and the people that we hang around, especially. We need to get in alignment 100% with our vision. So, the other things that align with success and will help you to, stay aligned with your vision is to not only get adequate rest and exercise, but to write things out, start planning things. You don't have a plan, maybe do a vision board, cut out some pictures and quotes from magazines or whatever clippings you can find, and make a little collage of what you aspire to be, and look at it every single day while you exercise, while you meditate. And so I feel like, as long as we also keep taking action and don't rest on our laurels, we'll start to notice synchronicities a lot more. The numbers for today, they were 2222, 444. and 88, and also 55, or they could be 555, 222, 444, things like that. And so numerologically speaking, I feel like we have a lot of decisions to make, and we're going to be presented with, ample amount of opportunities, but it's up to us to use discernment to see what aligns with our vision. And if it doesn't align with our vision, and if we know deep down that certain people, places, or things don't align with that vision, then we don't need to indulge in it, because it will only lead to unrest and chaos. There's somebody here where I feel like they're very codependent in nature, or they try to make you codependent upon them emotionally. So they try to love bomb you, or they try to get you addicted to their flattery, their comments, or rather not comments, but compliments. They'll throw money at you. They will just say whatever and do whatever necessary to get whatever it is that they're after, but it's not for a good reason. So some of us have walked away from certain people, especially people with codependency issues. So if people are drinking a lot, doing drugs, or, any other toxic addictive behaviors that maybe we were once slaves to, we're now overcoming these energies, but yet there's still someone here. I see Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, and Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo energy coming up as well, where this energy could be very prevalent. I also feel like family and work references, we've been dealing with a lot of abuse in these realms. So, a lot of people here may push their ideas onto you, or they feel like just because they believe something, you should believe something. They're not respectful of people's boundaries. They're not respectful of people's time. They're not respectful of anybody. Hell, they don't even respect themselves. And I feel like all they have to offer is money, or all they have to offer is just like this showy, loud, over the top, overbearing energy. That's all they have to offer. And so the reason why they throw money at the problem as well, maybe they try to buy gifts to apologize, or they bring flowers to apologize, or, they'll offer to give you money. I also feel like there's somebody here that is willing to offer you money without strings attached, but I think we're coming across a few people here as well that will try to use, their sex appeal. They'll use, the words, I love you. They will try to cover up their jealousy. They could be jealous. Some of us could be running into love offers where we're noticing that there's an unhealthy energy of competition, where they feel the need to try to one up all the time, or they feel the need to manipulate a situation to their advantage. I also feel like somebody is irresponsible with money. Some of us could be looking at ourselves and our spending habits and getting ourselves in order, because maybe there are some things within the home that we've got to take care of that we didn't expect, or maybe some things where, we're a little bit late. We're going to have to, delay certain payments or make payment arrangements. Some of us are looking at where our money is going and realizing that there are a lot of things that we could cut out. Maybe some of us are shopaholics. Maybe we don't have any, addictions to substances. Maybe there are some people that's, it's overconsumption, and, maybe it's an addiction or a high to go spend money and blow money, but that doesn't lead anybody anywhere, when it comes to establishing long-term success. So I really feel like now we're starting to make decisions to close certain cycles here. And, there's a new beginning that will transform our lives in a major way. And I definitely feel like some of us are really getting ready to move. Some of us are feeling like, maybe we're staying in a home where we can't get rest because people here are either on drugs, or maybe their jealousy gets in the way and they're always trying to get under your skin, or they're always telling lies. Maybe we're running into pathological liars. They're trash. And then we have certain offers here where they're coming in, and we may decide that we don't want to move forward with certain people just yet, even though they may be good for us, because right now we're focused on making moves in our lives and, attaining success. And so we know we have to focus on one thing and not multiple things halfway. We'd rather focus on one thing completely and wholeheartedly, rather than, focusing on things halfway and doing things halfway. You know, now we realize that all of these people that have provided distractions for us, we're dropping that, and we're really walking away. I feel like there could be a fatherly, you know, there could be fatherly figures out there for some of you that could be like this. They're abusive with money. I feel like, you know, maybe there could be a message where somebody is saying, hey, you know, let's work together, or let's brainstorm, let's do this, let's do that. You know, they seem like they're aligned with success, but then their actions don't follow through with their words. I feel like there's definitely a Scorpio here that appears to be wanting to come in, or there's somebody with Scorpio in their chart that wants to come in. And right now, you know, it's just been a situation that's been, you know, basically boiled down to timing, or, you know, lack of good timing, right? And so we have the Empress here. So I really feel like we're regaining our life force. And like I keep saying, you know, we're reigniting that fire in our belly, and we're starting to manifest a multitude of opportunities. Some of us may have to turn down certain opportunities because maybe we're getting paid more with one offer than, you know, the other offers that we've received. Maybe it has nothing to do with one paying more than the other. Maybe we just decide, hey, this place is closer. This place will help me get out of a bad environment quicker. You know, this place can, you know, help me invest in my business for the time being. The hours are good. The rate is good. And, you know, I could sail on this until, you know, I get a leg up with, you know, some of us that are entrepreneurs and starting a small business. You know, I also feel like there could be somebody that we know in the family that blows money, or somebody that we used to be in a relationship with that is very irresponsible with money. And so, you know, that's also caused some problems, and, you know, keeping somebody up at night. I feel like somebody's trying to drag us back into the storm. They don't want to let us go. And, you know, the people that I feel don't want to let us go the most is referring to this King of Pentacles reverse energy. You know, it could be an earth sign specifically. For some of you, or just people in your family in general, that they've shown their jealousy. They, you know, they can't think for themselves, and they can't, you know, they don't want anybody else to think for themselves. Somebody could have an overbearing mother or father that just can't seem to let their child go. You know, and that's more referring to people that may have dealt with the mother or a motherly figure as a third party within a relationship, or within an ended relationship that you guys have already gone through. But to those of you that are actual parents, I feel like the fatherly figure has been the one that's been very deceptive, and manipulative, and they haven't been following through financially. They haven't been taking care of their responsibilities. They're very domineering and abusive. Some of us could be dealing with a manager here that would rather get, you know, go through multiple employees, you know, and treat them like crap and throw them to the side and replace them, rather than picking somebody, you know, that works hard and is a good worker. And so the reason why they do things like that is because either they, you know, they're picking people that want to get paid less, even though we're overqualified for certain positions that we're going and pursuing here. Or this could be a situation where, you know, they're starting to cut hours, play favorites. And this could also apply to family and friendship relationships as well. The advice here is the 8 of Wands reversed. So I feel like some of you guys may be contemplating, or, you know, maybe you're a little bit indecisive as to where you want to go and who you want to go with. Or maybe you guys already have a clear idea of where you want to go and who you want to go with and who you don't want to go with, for sure. But there could be some people here that's trying to seduce you, either with money, gifts. They're trying to bribe you, or maybe this could be, you know, a self-proclaimed good guy that uses money and feels like, you know, there's this unspoken, you know, sense of entitlement where they feel like, oh, I'm going to spend money on you, so that means that you owe me sex. And They'll say all these nice things, but then after they get what they want, they'll, leave you high and dry. And this is also a case where, if they do feel like, they may not have ever said this, but they feel like if they spend money on you or if they're doing nice things for you, that you should be giving up the cookie or giving up the eggplant. And so somebody is just not, they're not dealing with this anymore. They know that if they step back into this, they're only going to be sacrificing themselves. Somebody could have a baby mama here. And, maybe they said they didn't have any kids. For those of you in the dating pool, they may have said they don't have any kids and all this other stuff. But then there's a situation where they get back with the mother of their kids, or, there's a situation where we're dealing with people who already have kids. And maybe they're not yet over the mother of their children, or they're still involved with her. And it could be because either they're, just liking the fact that they have the pick of the, their pick of the litter, or the simple fact that they need money and, or they're using, their family's money to try and woo you and seduce you and all these other things that I'm seeing here, where the advice is just to block it here. And if there were any plans here, somebody is, ooh, excuse me, you guys. Sorry about that. So somebody here is canceling travel plans for sure, because, they just feel like they know if they go travel with this person, they're just going to have to deal with their negativity or deal with them stress, just causing a lot of undue stress and chaos. I feel like, if we haven't made a decision yet to choose what we want to do, just I feel like even with communication, we've, allowed certain people to come back, or maybe they're making ghost profiles. I would suggest continuously blocking them, or getting to a point to where, maybe some of you guys want to deactivate your social media for a while so you can have a social media detox, get your mind back in balance, make some time to read, to rest, to relax and meditate, and just to unplug from it all, because all of this here is only going to cause more issues than necessary. But I do see, that somebody is not going to change. So if they're saying that they understand, for those of us dealing with people that may come back, so if they're messaging you talking about, oh, I'm doing better and I'm sober and I'm, doing this, doing that, and, doing all the things that they, said that they would do and never follow through on while they were with us. Now they're doing these things, or now they're saying that they understand why they should be doing these things to better themselves and that they're actually doing it, but they're not going to change. And so if we've been holding out, waiting for certain people, especially in the family, if we've been waiting for certain people to change, just know that they're not going to. Somebody they're not able to move on because they have a kid with somebody, or because they don't know how to let go. And again, maybe they like the chaos. Maybe they like, the fighting and the excitement and all of that dysfunctional stuff. There's definitely a lot of people here that enjoy dysfunction. I feel like some of us are feeling like certain people, especially to us in the dating pool, or to, especially us dealing with certain friendships, even, not even just the dating pool, but friendships and relationships as a whole, where we've just realized that so many people here, we're not happy with them. And every time we get together with them, it's like a Debbie Downer energy. They're never happy for them, for anybody. They don't have anything positive to say. All they want to do is drink. And again, just self-destructive habits that have no place, to be in your presence along our journey. Yeah, I see this Princess of Cups reversed coming through here before we cut the deck that I need to address, where, this energy alone says a lot about what's been going on, because somebody here is not confessing their emotions because either they don't have any or they're not in touch with them. Also, insecurities could have been causing issues on top of their issues with envy and jealousy. And so maybe they had, someone here had an emotional outburst, because somebody's not being open as they have been with the other person. Somebody's being abusive and withholding, manipulative. And I feel like there's also an issue where some of us could have been feeling like we have writer's block, or our creativity is blocked. There could have been an offer that we decided to turn down because, and it could be a water sign specifically that we're blocking out and turning down, or who's not expressing their emotions due to immaturity and insecurity. And so they're very young, at heart, and childish in many ways, and they have a lot to learn, but they're choosing not to learn new things, or maybe they just have the inability to learn new things because of that cognitive dissonance that is so relevant when it comes to narcissistic energy and going through narcissistic energy. 2 of Wands reversed, I feel like, that says it all. There's somebody here that's fearing things that haven't even happened yet, right? So they're looking way down the line, looking into the future. And for some of us, we could be having like this either defeatist attitude or dealing with people with this kind of attitude. We're also dealing with the fact that some of us know that we have to start fresh. Somebody's still indecisive because we've been through a lot, and we've been there, done that, and we've heard it all before, and so I also feel like now we're awaiting a certain decision here when it comes to new work. There could be a situation where we may think that we're going to get one position, but it doesn't work out, and so we end up finding something else that ends up being better in the long run. I also feel like there's too much fear clouding some of those that are listening right now. It could be clouding some of your judgments about yourself, about your abilities and gifts and talents, and your knack for being able to come out on top of the competition. I feel like because it's all new to us, we're leaving behind everything that we've ever known before. And so we're moving into new territory rather quickly, and we're starting to align ourselves a lot better than we may have been just dealing with certain people like this and energy like this in general, So somebody didn't want to make a decision, or they had one foot in, one foot out. And the other person was willing to come through. They were expressing themselves. They were open. They were vulnerable, but the other person wasn't. And they're just irresponsible, and they think that they're better than everybody. We're dealing with a know-it-all. We're thinking, we're talking about a show off. We're talking about, somebody that always has to be the smartest one in the room, even though they more than likely really don't know anything, or they just, copy or regurgitate what they hear on TV or, things like that. But they really don't have, you can tell when somebody really doesn't have that internal wisdom and knowledge necessary to carry through their message in the way that they're trying to convey. Now, this 8 of Pentacles reversed says it all, because this is in the outcome. Blocking someone because they're not making an effort, and because they are very superficial and vain. They're lazy. They are perfectionists. So if they see even one flaw, they're out of the door. Or if they feel like somebody is implementing boundaries and expressing what they need in a relationship because they're not in touch with their emotions, or they're afraid to say what they really feel, what they really think, because of their insecurities, and because they're not emotionally developed yet, will cause a lot of discord. Because some of us could be dealing with procrastination as well. I feel like I need to say this. Be very wary about holding yourself to an unrealistic standard and dealing with workplace environments where they have you overworking, and you just feel like it's not being valued or appreciated. I also feel like there are certain family members where they have a golden child and a scapegoat, and we may, the majority of us have always been scapegoats, and our brothers and sisters, or even cousins and other family members, have been the golden children and treated better because they feel like they're perfect in some way. Why can't you be like this person? Why can't you be like your cousin? They could even be comparing you to friends and just other people, and somebody, just comparing yourself with other people. Some of us could be struggling with that. It could also be, you know, this energy where we decide not to make an effort anymore, or we're not being consistent in some way because of some of these energies that may be causing a lot of discord, or have been causing a lot of discord and causing these delays in our progress. I want to clarify that though, because I even see the Eight of Chalices here as well. So the Eight of Chalices says it all, you know, just with the image alone, that, you know, they're looking at all of these old relationships and looking at all these offers that they've ever gotten. And either they, you know, jump ship without ever really giving it a real go, or they feel like everybody else has abandoned them. Somebody definitely has abandonment issues. They're dealing with the loss here. There's, you know, there are multiple relationships here where things are just not maturing. And all it brings is sadness, and it leads to hopelessness, you know, because, you know, you're involved with trying to fix something, or trying to fix certain relationships that are just not, they're irreparable. And so I feel like we're finally realizing that some of us could be dealing with migraines here, because look how he's touching his head there. You know, some of us could be dealing with headaches or migraines, or maybe we're receiving a lot of psychic downloads right now, and that could be causing the migraines. That could be causing the cloudiness. Some of us could be dealing with feeling tired, feeling sluggish, being a little bit, you know, at a loss, or just kind of feeling like things aren't going the way that we want them to, the way, you know, the way that we saw fit or see fit. I also feel like, you know, things are starting to change in a positive direction. It's just all about whether or not, you know, we're going to invest in ourselves the way we need to achieve these things, and to let go of certain people, places, and things that only bring about this energy and leave us depleted. Some of us could have dealt with certain situations where we drink, we black out, we don't know what happened, we lose certain memories. Some of us are dealing with short-term memory loss. Some of us are needing to start doing brain exercises to be able to repair some of these things concerning the memory and to try and focus. There could be somebody with ADD or ADHD, and they're not willing to make changes because they're just comfortable with taking, you know, and no offense to those that have to take medication, but they're just comfortable with taking medication without, you know, trying to find, you know, coping skills to be able to exercise their brain. You know, it's a muscle. So they need to exercise their brain and do it consistently, but because they feel like things aren't perfect, or, you know, if things aren't perfect, or they feel like they need to be perfect, maybe they've dealt with parents that made them feel like they needed to be perfect and that they were never good enough. And so they've internalized this energy, and maybe now they're the ones that's been projecting this kind of energy onto us, or some of us may have internalized some of these things here as well. But I do see the Nine of Pentacles. So, you know, we win some and we lose some. You know, I really feel like, you know, karma is here. And, you know, even if we don't realize why we come across certain people, maybe it was just simply to deal them their karma. You know, when we decide to choose ourselves rather than everybody else, and they don't, you know, the narcissist or the psychopath or sociopath or somebody that's just off their rocker, not willing to change, you know, when we finally choose ourselves rather than choosing them, you know, that's their karma. You know, they have to look at themselves and be alone with themselves. Some people here may be witnessing certain people that may have brought abuse on you. You're witnessing these people that have abused you, you know, to suffer a lot of losses. You're seeing that they're not getting better, and they're just staying in place, and they're staying the same. Somebody would rather not look. Somebody's pretending to be confused as to what's going on, but really there's a lot going on when it comes to family situations. Some of us are definitely dealing with a lot of discord in the family right now. And somebody is really just afraid of what's to come rather than staying in the present. And, you know, focusing on what you do have, you know, maintaining this attitude of gratitude. To everybody that's joining, welcome to Lotus TV 444. Welcome to the Lotus Squad, and welcome to the live stream. But I would appreciate it if you guys leave a like for love, leave a like for Mistress Lotus, leave a like for the blessings that you've received today, leave a like for, you know, your life, leave a like for the beauty in the world, leave a like for karma being here, leave a like. Thank you very much for the $1.99, Lauren. I really appreciate that. Guys, you're more than welcome to follow Lauren's example. if you guys would like to, donate, don't be shy. I also want to thank the donators that have donated. I see some of you donating to my Cashapp, my Venmo, my PayPal. I really do appreciate that, you guys. That does help me to keep this channel afloat. It helps your girl pay her bills. It helps her, it helps me, speaking in the third person, it helps me invest more into what's to come, what I want to do, how I want to progress this channel, and to be able to do meet and greets with you guys. So I really do appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the love, and especially all of the private readings you guys have booked, as well as the donation. So thanks again. I really feel like there's a lot going on. There's another woman. There could be an Aries or a Sagittarius woman that could be, your mother, or, some of you guys could be the Queen of Wands. You're confident, you're friendly, you're eccentric, you're different, you're unique. And people are they gravitate to you because of your uniqueness and because of your confidence in yourself, regardless of whether people feel like, they don't understand you and they fear you because they fear what they don't understand. And they fear your light. They fear how you can be a leader rather than a follower. And so it makes them look at themselves and realize that they have been following people mindlessly, following the trends and following celebrity gossip and following things that have nothing to do with bettering the self and, reaching success. We're taking action here, but there's a situation where somebody's involved in a marriage where they have somebody that they have kids with, and then they have a third party where they're not really as invested, or there could be a situation where somebody's overseas and, maybe they've expressed that they want us to move in. Maybe we're deciding, that may not be best for me to try and move all that way just for somebody that either I've never met before, or just to move all that way for a relationship where it's not guaranteed. I move away from my family and all this other stuff. I also feel like there could be a lot of delays. So yeah, this energy alone says a lot, where there's just a lot of frustration within a family situation. We could be dealing with a mother here that's, they themselves are very frustrating. They may mean well, but they're frustrating in some way, or we're just frustrated with the fact that we're trying to get creative. And some of us may not be feeling that drive at the moment. It's coming, believe that. But, we just feel like we're sapped in some way. And it could be just because we're not getting adequate rest, or, there's a situation where our living situation, people could be causing a lot of noise, causing a lot of upset around your living area, your environment, family members causing drama, friendships and love offers and suitors causing problems. I also feel like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy coming up here. Somebody is verbally abusive as well. They're not honest. They tell lies. There's definitely a pathological liar here. And this person is very controlling. Two references already to somebody trying to be controlling over your emotions, controlling how much money they give you, how much you spend, and all this other stuff, while they spend recklessly and they don't control themselves. There's also this energy where somebody is just, they love to talk over people, cut people off, silence people. They act like they don't understand what you're saying or why you're saying what it is that you're saying to them. So now we're just blocking off communication here and working on healing and finding forgiveness within, forgiveness towards ourselves, forgiveness towards those that just don't look like they're going to change or improve themselves anytime soon. So their karma is that they're stuck with their pitiful selves, and we're now able to cut the cord, cut the communication, and heal once and for all. I see the Queen of Cups here. So intuition is definitely on point, you guys. Listen to your gut at all times, and I really feel like we're now opening up to a world of possibilities. There seems to be a lot of people that we're attracting that they're attracted to us. They want, intimacy, maybe they want passion and intimacy and love. I also feel like now we're able to keep our cup full because we're focused on self-care and doing away with people and people, places, and things that that don't align with our higher purpose. Let's see this King of Pentacles reversed. So we have the Sacred Clown reversed. Somebody is a straight clown. They're a straight clown. They act an ass. They're real impulsive, reckless. They have anger issues. They're really foolish. They're very self-destructive. They're going out, they're burning bridges. Somebody's feeling burnt out. We're not taking a leap of faith with this person because of their impulsivities and childishness. They just live life reckless. And we're not going back to that because we already know what that brings. Five of Pentacles. This person or these people, especially family members, we may have given them money and then they never came through to help us out when we needed it the most. We're dealing with people that left us out in the cold when we didn't have anything in our fridge. We didn't have barely any clothes on our backs. We needed help with rent. We needed help with this. We're struggling, and there seems to be a lot of people here that weren't, they showed their ass, they showed their true colors, and they weren't there for us as we have been for them. So we've separated. Ooh, I'm sneezing it up today. I also feel like there could be a lot of changes within, certain family relationships. We're changing jobs, changing, living situations for sure, because, people are skipping out on the rent, or people are blowing money recklessly, or, again, some of us could be sick. We're missing a couple of days at work, or maybe we're sick for a while. We're trying to catch back up because the bills are still piling up, and so I feel like, we may have reached out trying to, at least try and get some reciprocity, but we see that there's none of that. That this internet's good. There we go. So sorry about that. The stream cut out a little bit, so I'll repeat it a little bit. Basically, I just feel like we're really looking at our spending habits. We're focusing on where our money is going. We're not helping people anymore. Some of us could, like I said before, be dealing with physical illness in the family. So some of us are feeling just like we're getting a cold, or we're something's not right. We're not feeling well. Somebody could be dealing with issues where, because they're not sober or whatever it is, their environment is trashed. It's, not up to, health code. There could be also some causes where this is prevalent. They got to throw money at the problem, or we're just being left to fend for ourselves here with crumbs, barely that. So there, coming out of all that conflict, we know that, and like I said, remember how I just titled this video before I even drew any cards? I don't draw cards when I write these titles, you guys. They come to me. And this right here says it all. Look at the wheel. It's in the upright. So we're healing ourselves, and we're healing past lives. And so this alone says a lot with karmic shifts, and things are starting to shift in the right direction for us. And things, if other people out there that we may have dealt with and we don't talk to anymore, some of us may see their downfall coming very soon, if not seeing it already, because karma is here, justice is served. And this is the period of illumination and purification of the mind, body, and soul. And so this says it all. We need to start getting adequate rest. There are major completions here. I mean, let's see how many major arcana we have. We have 6 so far. Yeah, we're really starting to look at our attitudes and the attitudes of others, and we're taking it for what it is, rather than what we think it should be or what we want it to be. We're starting to realize, we may arrive at work late, or, maybe that somebody's late in some way, or somebody's dropping the ball because of a lack of organization. So, things are all out of whack. Things aren't stable because financially there's all this chaos and imbalance in relationships. People aren't really helping out as we have for them. I also feel like there's a situation where, there's a lack of action, because there's all this indecision about how things will turn out, what's going to happen, what what if we do, make the wrong decision, or whatever the case may be. There seems to be something causing blockages or causing us to run late, especially if we're not getting enough sleep. We're definitely going to be running late, wake up and, slept through the alarm or something like that. And we're realizing that dealing with certain people, doing certain things, is not conducive to us achieving success. So we're not dealing with it anymore. We're completing a lot of things here. And we're working through changing our belief systems here. Prince of Cups. Yeah, so we've already dealt with betrayal here, and we may have carried a lot of bitterness and resentment, and we're finally releasing this. I also feel like there's so many people that feel the need to always just show us up in some way, one up us in some way. We get a new car, they get 3 new cars. We get a new house, they get a 10-bedroom house that they can't afford. We get something nice for ourselves and trying to celebrate our win, and they're trying to win at our expense. And so, they'll say a lot of things to try and cut you down, hurt you, just petty little things. They'll attack your confidence. They'll attack you for, being everything that they will never be, because they're not willing to put in the work. And I also feel like, somebody ended up betraying the other here, and so it's resulted in a loss, and somebody is real bitter over the loss, or they have been bitter over the loss, and it's because of the lies that's been told, and all the BS that had us, being strung along. And so there's somebody here that somebody's definitely having a hard time sleeping well. They're not, if they are sleeping, they're not resting well. They're having nightmares, cold sweats, waking up in the middle of the night. Somebody could be dealing with seeing things, not, maybe somebody really is suffering from schizophrenia and they just haven't been diagnosed properly, or they're just drinking and doing things that exacerbate some of these mental illnesses. And so I feel like, somebody is plagued by their own fears and doubts and feeling like everybody's out to get them, and, all these different things that seem to cause a lot more harm than good, right? And so I see the Strength card here. And in this deck, even though Strength is not the number 8 in traditional decks, in this one, it is. And so here we have that other, another number 8. Things are starting to change in a positive direction. And at this time, while we work through the rest of this month especially, we need to exercise restraint. If somebody tries to goad you into an you fired or cause you to act out of character, stay silent. If there's something that you need to stand up for when it comes to standing up for your beliefs or just expressing your opinions and having healthy debate, then sure, speak up and not let it get, all emotional and all that. Sure, speak up. But if people are trying to troll you and do all these different things to hurt you and belittle you, be condescending, stay silent, stay patient, and make that effort, every single day. Keep making that effort to manifest what it is that you desire, because these miserable people surrounding us right now, they have nothing better to do than to hate and to try and sabotage our efforts. And it's a very spiritual thing when things like this happen. Show me the world. So we see the Queen of Pentacles, and I absolutely love that this is clarifying the World card. So we are tending to our garden, focusing on the inner self, focusing on who we hang around, what we put into our bodies, starting to get more body conscious. Not only are we exercising, we're really focused on what we're eating, and being a lot more prudent with things like that. We're starting to eat more fruits, more vegetables. We're growing, different plants, or learning how to have a green thumb and creating a garden in the backyard for those of us that have a new home. Landscaping. Some of us could be in landscaping. We're traveling. We're finding new opportunities, more ways to make money. It seems like there's this magic within us that is very evident wherever we go, and people can't help but envy it. But there are those that will celebrate us. Focus on those that celebrate us, and leave the rest behind, because I see this here with the wheel, Queen of Pentacles, right? And I really feel like, and especially to those of us that are earth signs, for the females out there, any Aquariuses, Scorpios, and Leos out there, I feel like now more than ever, we need to shut the door once and for all. Don't even leave it slightly cracked, because we'll still be focused on that, slightly ajar old door, and we miss the new doors that keep opening for us, awaiting, to bestow us with blessings that's coming our way. See, some of us could be dealing with an air sign for sure, just somebody who's really hot tempered. They really like to hurt people, because here they are, they're all wounded, they've, gone through abuse, or, and now it's like the abused is becoming the abuser. This is the first time that I noticed this in this card. I wish you guys could see all of this, all of the details within these cards. They're absolutely beautiful. I love using this because somebody is bound. Somebody is bound by darkness. And I feel like a lot of us are learning about Jesus. A lot of us are learning about Christ consciousness, and we're rising above, and we're communicating even with Archangel Michael and our ancestors and God in general. And so we're able to rise above, but keep in mind, the universe keeps receipts. So everything that, this type of person says and does to hurt other people, bringing death and destruction and chaos to everybody's lives just by being around or just by opening their mouth, keep in mind, the universe is keeping receipts. And whatever you believe, they're watching, and they're working behind the scenes. Show me the Empress. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. I love how we just talked about gardening, and here we are planting seeds. And so I really feel like we are starting to realize that the most important thing we need to be focusing on is investing in ourselves for now, and so some of us may be waiting for love, or have been waiting for love in the past, but now we realize that right now is not a good time, because I need to invest in my business, or I need to, try and get this promotion. I'm trying to improve who I was yesterday. Right. And so now the more that we invest in ourselves and keep tending to our garden and stay in our own lane, basically, and continue to heal and reach a state of forgiveness, ask God for assistance to help you forgive those that have, brought about injustices against you. If you feel like you can't forgive somebody, ask for help with that from the divine or your higher power, because I really feel like that will help in your process of healing. You will reach a new level of understanding about yourself, about life, and about how you can manifest your vision. The more that you focus on the light and keeping your mind, body, and spirit aligned at all times, because there will be a lot of people surrounding you that just wants to try and cut you down and try and control you, and make you bend to their will. However, they feel like, they can do so, either through intimidation tactics, or, trying to get you drunk or get you high to make you more agreeable, things like that. Hangman reversed. So we have the Princess of Pentacles reversed and the Devil. Some of us are dealing with a Capricorn for sure. And again, more earth energy coming up, and family and work references. There's been a time or two where we've dealt with somebody that likes the party life. They like to brag. They like to own people like pets, control when they eat, control what they wear. I also feel like somebody is bound to devilish energy, karma, people that embody this energy here, where they may be very attractive because they're tempting us in some way, tempting us to, cheat on our diet, tempting us to, go back on our sobriety by having one drink, or, just do it one last time, or do, whatever the case may be. This is this person that likes to egg that kind of energy on. They're very greedy. So they're very stingy with money as well. I feel like there's a situation where we're dealing with karmic relationships, either coming in or going out. We could also be receiving messages from people that have been karmics here, and family references where somebody here is just not a good friend. They gossip a lot. And they fall short of what they try to portray themselves to be. I also feel like this person is all about superficiality. They're very vain. They're all about vanity. They may like unrealistic body images, and maybe they watch porn, and, they look for things that are not realistic. And then that leads them to have this energy where, if it's not like how I see it in the videos, and I don't want it, or, somebody's trying to implement this kind of activity. I also feel like somebody is just very toxic. And they want to keep you stuck. They will try to sabotage your efforts to do better than you have been, or to improve your life, because they could be just jealous at the fact that they can't do it themselves. And it's for selfish reasons. They want you to stay the same so they can keep you as their pet. Sex slave comes to mind. Somebody wants that established real quick. So they'll try to say, I love you. They'll try and goad you, or dangle the carrot, knowing damn well that carrot is fake as hell. It's a plastic carrot. And they're dangling this money and all this, shiny things, flashy things. And really you see that the person is a dusty, crusty, little musty, and it's a damn dud. They gossip. Some of us can be dealing with men that gossip more than women. Some of us could be dealing with men that have a sex addiction. Some of us are dealing with men that just don't want to grow up. They're very insecure. And so they have to have certain things to appear a certain way so they can impress people. They're all about appearances. They're all about, body image, but they don't take care of their mind or their spirit. Some of us could be dealing with people who are atheists. Some of us could be dealing with people who are Satanists. And we may have love for these people, but maybe their belief system is not aligned with our higher purpose. And so we know we have to do away with it. This person still wants to get fucked up all day, party all day, and not pay bills, and, just be irresponsible like we used to be when we were 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. But now here we are 20, 30, 40, and they're still trying to live that lifestyle. They're still trying to have young girls, and, at the age of 75, they're trying to find one that's just turned 18, trying to, have their cake and eat it too, cheating on people, stealing, lying. They'll do anything to get what it is that they are after. Show me the 8 of Wands reversed. So we have the Lovers, the 10 of Chalices reversed, and the Sun. Liberate yourself. See, illumination and purification of the mind, body, and spirit is necessary. Block people, places, and things that don't help you achieve success. If it distracts you, if it slows you down, hell, you can have that drink if you want to. But if you're hanging with people that drink until they black out, or they like to stay up late, or they like to do mindless things and party all the time, and then you may have did it just one day, and then now you're set back 10 days. So now you got to spend a couple days, recovering. You got a headache. You're not sleeping well. Now you got to spend a couple more days because, your exercise routine's all jacked up because you're tired. You were dealing with these people trying to hang with the, just all this little stuff that just keeps us from achieving greatness. The 10 of Chalices reversed. There seems to be a lot of fighting within the home and within family relationships. There could be a situation where somebody wants to step out of the relationship, or they have already stepped out of the relationship because they're not happy within a relationship. It could be just simply sex. While the other person is looking for something more. We're at a crossroad now, and we need to step out of this indecisive energy and to say to hell with our fears and to hell with everybody else's fears and doubts about where we're headed. And sometimes it's not, we may have already gotten over the hump of, working through our insecurities and doubts and fears and anxieties. But now we're hanging with people that have anxiety, doubt, fear. And now we're finding ourselves subconsciously emulating that behavior and energy and vibration. And if you're attuned to that vibration, you're not aligned with your vision. You're not aligned with your higher purpose. And therefore your ability to manifest and to attain success is diminished. So we're realizing that energy is a big factor more and more and more. We're realizing that not making a decision is a decision. So if you're keeping certain people around, or if you're, if you're entertaining certain people, places, and things that, where you're gossiping and doing all this lower vibrational stuff, you're telling the universe that that's okay with you. If you're talking to people that hurt you, and that if you're rewarding bad behavior, so if they screwed you over, but you're letting them back in because they said, I'm sorry, I don't know how many times. And, they're showing that they're doing good now, but then 2 weeks later, you find out they're back doing the same thing. And so now you got to do away with them once again, and realizing, damn, I'm telling the universe that I'm okay with keeping this kind of energy in my life because I haven't let it go. Let it go. And during this Mercury retrograde is the time to do it, because we may hate the complications that come with the Mercury retrograde, but enjoy what you learn, because this right here, we're not speaking up. We're done. And if somebody's going to come at us sideways, we're going to come at them sideways and come for that neck, and let them know they better show respect, because we're done. I really feel like a lot of people may be taking us harshly or misjudging us because we're passionate. Maybe they they misunderstand our passion, for anger. So then they attack, or if they feel attacked, or if they feel like we're not being super sweet, or if we're telling them the truth, if we're standing up for ourselves and somebody wants to try and intimidate you and into silence, and you realize that that's their tactic all the time, or if they pretend that they don't know what you're talking about, or they're always cutting you off, or they're always trying to be the loudest, cut it off. And don't care whether, don't worry about whether people view you as rude, or, as long as you're using diplomacy with your communication and you're saying things within reason, and you're not getting goaded into arguments and letting them attack you and attack your appearance, attack your weight, attack the way you think, attack the way you, whatever it is. As long as you're not letting people make you stoop to their level and you're not entertaining it, you're telling the universe, I'm not okay with the nonsense that these people are bringing me, and I'm going to continue to invest in myself. How bad do you want it? Death reversed. So here we have the Starman reversed. Yeah, see, so this is clarifying the death card reversed in the external factors position. This is what I'm saying. They will never change. They're not planning on changing. Somebody's going to try to manipulate you or con you into helping them. Somebody may have lost their home. They're losing money. They're about to be asked out. Somebody's on the run. They're about to get found out, caught up. Or they're trying to hide the fact that they're still involved in a relationship or a marriage. They're trying to hide the fact that they have kids, or they're trying to con people out of money, con you out of your time, con you out of giving up your body to them. They're just saying what they need to say to get you to be attached to them emotionally, and to foster some sort of connection that really isn't there. And they know that. They're not living up to their full potential. And you see that certain people around us have the potential to be great. They have the potential to do so many beautiful things, but they choose not to. We have to accept people for where they are. Some of us are dealing with an Aries individual here, or some of us could be dealing with a Scorpio here that's like that. I feel like some of us are finally looking at the facts and not letting emotions cloud our judgment, not letting their manipulative words and gaslighting and word salad to, make us submit to something that's just a lie. And we're making decisions to boss up. We bossing the fuck up. And basically, I feel like we're focused on our foundations. We're focused on manifesting right now. And our attitude has shifted. We may have been goaded into arguments all the time with certain people. And now we're realizing, you know what? I'm not even going to say anything to you because I already know what you're going to do. Somebody is beyond predictable. And we're moving on. Some of us are really starting to make plans. Some of us are, in fact, entrepreneurs, or we're moving up the career ladder in some way. Some of us are CEOs, working our way to, becoming a CFO, CEO. Maybe we're going and traveling to, speak to someone that owns a company here. And I feel like things will work out as long as we are consistent. We're on time. We're managing our time wisely. We are investing in ourselves every single day, not letting anybody or anything stop us from our goal or goals. 3 of Chalices reversed. I see the 2 of Swords, the 4 of Chalices, and the 9 of Wands reversed. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of pushback for whatever it is that you're doing. You could be on the right track, doing well for yourself. You're going to school. You pay your own bills, got your own car, home, everything's in order. But yet there are a lot of people that feel the need to be defensive with you. There's a lot of people here that may be calling us paranoid, calling us crazy, calling us oversensitive. But they're just deflecting. They're projecting what their energy is. They're projecting that onto you. So they're the ones that's defensive, hesitant, and paranoid in general, but they'll have you believe that you're the one that's like that. There's also this energy where a lot of people, there's going to be a lot of pushback. A lot of people may not be celebrating your successes. If anything, it may seem like, damn, with as many people that's hating on my vision and telling me I can't do this, can't do that, damn, maybe I can't. Be wary of hanging around people that do that all the time, because it will get into your subconscious and you will start believing it. Remove them now and stop putting time into this. And all of this opposition that we're getting is a test of our faith. How bad do you want it? Keep going, even in the face of adversity, even in the face of opposition, because a lot of people will be trying to attack your confidence. So you stop doing better and stop shining. I feel like we need to go inward. We need to keep to ourselves for a little bit. Some of us may be trying to date, or maybe we have tried to date and we're deciding, oh, no, I don't think I should be dating right now. I think I need to heal some more. I think I need to put more focus and more investment into my business and my vision. I think I need to get myself to a place, where I'm ready for love, genuine love. I need to be the partner that I want to attract. So if you want somebody with money, if you want somebody that is ambitious, somebody that's loving, has a good sense of humor, somebody that's balanced, somebody that's stable, somebody that is serious, we need to implement this energy and consistently maintain it and not let anybody, push past our boundaries and make us defer from striving for our goals. Indecisiveness is what will cripple you. So get out of the mind, you guys. Take action. Rather than trying to figure out how you're going to do something, just do it. And then when you do it, and do your best while you're doing it, of course, but while you're doing it, you'll realize, damn, this is easier than I thought, and it may turn out better than what you had in mind. We are our own worst critics, and we need to get out of this vicious cycle that people may have been projecting upon us since we were young. Remain open. Continue to give that self-love. Be open to love. Be love in order to attract love. Be open in order to attract others that are open, but use discernment. Use your intuition to guide you through all of these new offers coming your way now, and make decisions that you need to make. Don't just sit one foot in, one foot out. If you're ready for this new beginning, put both feet forward. Never looking back again. And if people try to drag you back, keep that door shut. Like I said before with that person that popped up earlier today, I didn't feel any nervousness. I didn't feel any guilt. I just didn't answer the door. And if it happens again, I'm going to do it the same way. I'm not even going to say, hey, stop popping up. They'll get the hint. I'll let my actions say what needs to be said. Release yourself from the past, because there are a lot of people from your childhood friends, people from, aunts, uncles, uncles, aunts, whatever, everybody just chilling, just living in the past. They still view you as the child that you're no longer. You could be 45 and they're still treating you like you're 4. There's a situation here where a lot of people are holding on to the bad memories, or they're using the bad memories of us against us. They want us to still be the person that they perceived us to be all those years ago. Maybe we're realizing we need to stop making efforts with certain people to establish a relationship with people that aren't reaching out to us. If they're not reciprocating, if they're not investing in us, stop investing, because they're still stuck in the past. They're still holding on to all these horrible things that happened to them, and they're not looking to grow. They're going to gaslight you at any time that you try to confront them. So don't even confront them anymore. Stay silent, stay focused, and most of all, stay vigilant, because they're out here narking. And keeping to ourselves would be in our best bets for sure. Even if we have to be alone for a couple of months, or whatever it is that you see fit for your life. Maybe don't step out into the dating pool. Don't step out trying to make friends until you feel comfortable with where you're at in life. Because we are able to lead the pack. We are leaders, and everybody's not going to like a leader. See, everybody wants to stay comfortable in their ignorance, because that means that they don't have to do anything. They don't have to change. They don't have to look at themselves. But keep doing what you're doing. Take action towards your goals. Take action towards a better life. Focus on those that are reciprocating. Get creative again. Some of you guys may find that your hobbies and your talents will make you more money than you're making in certain workplaces. Some of you guys are doing both. Some of you guys are finding investors, finding other people that are willing to reciprocate, equal give and take, and turn people that are manipulated by darkness and wanting to wallow in their darkness, turn them the hell down, just like this person over here just falling from the sky looking crazy. This looks like fallen angels to me. A fallen angels trying to manipulate a relationship. Some sort of darkness here. I really feel like we need to watch out for those that will prey upon our kindness, because these people out here, these narcs out here, they view kindness as weakness. They feel like they can have a way in because of our kindness. They feel like we'll give to them because they're expecting something in return for their help. They're not helping out of the kindness of their heart. They helped us because they were expecting something back. You don't owe anybody anything. The only thing that you owe is if you owe some money, or somebody owes you some money, make sure you get back what you're owed. Or, the only thing that we owe things to and money to and help to and all that other stuff is to people that showed that they would be there during our rough times. Other than that, don't even invest. Some people may not get along with us. Some people may not like us. Some people may not like who we're becoming. Some people may not like the fact that we're reaching greater heights and we're shining our light, but keep shining it anyway. Because the only thing that other people can control is themselves, and that's it, and their shitty lives, right? Don't let anybody take your happiness. Don't let anybody steal your sunshine. And that reminds me of that song by Eliane, Don't Steal My Sunshine. Hey, my sunshine, my sunshine. If you steal my sunshine, don't let anybody steal your sunshine. Remain master of your domain, and don't let anybody get in on these riches and blessings and abundance, prosperity, health, wealth, love, and success that's going to be pouring into your life. Because when they see it coming, the phone calls are going to start coming. Hey, can you give me a little bit of that cheddar cheese, that I see you making? And can you give me a little slice of that pie that you've been cooking up? And, can I get a little bit of that? No, can I hold something? Tell them bitches no. Matter of fact, don't even answer the phone, because you already know what it's about. If they always calling for something, to complain about something, to bitch about something, to gossip about somebody, if they're always calling to ask for money, if they're always calling for this, that, and the third bird is a word, you can just tell them, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, and deuces. Don't bring your ass back here. And if you do, I'm gonna just ignore you, and I'm gonna gray rock your ass. And on that note, that is the sermon for the day, you guys. Karma is here, justice is here, and this is the opportune time for illumination and purification of the mind, body, and spirit. You need to detox all three. And I've decided from here on out, you guys, I will be doing streams Mondays and Fridays. And I will be going back to monthlies. Stay tuned for those, guys. Once again, if you'd like to leave a donation for this channel, please do check the description box below. All of my information is linked below. Ooh, let's be caught it quick. Ooh, she caught that shit quick. Girl, how did you know that I was getting ready to get off? How did you know that? Because you literally caught it right when I was getting ready to hang it up. No way. All right. Well, here we go, guys. Y'all know that I do 1-question readings. If anybody would like a question following Let's Be, then stay tuned, right? All right. Let's be. Let's go ahead and ask. Go ahead and give me your sign, baby doll. When will Let's Be see an improvement in her finances? When? Show me a time. Please give me messages for Let's Be Right, who is a Cancer. When will she see an improvement in her finances? Okay. Okay. The cards are telling me what to do tonight. Okay. Well, I'm going to shuffle it one good time again. Cut that motherfucker. Oh, and put it back together, baby doll. So right now, you have this burst of inspiration. You're ready for things to start up. You're ready for a new beginning, and you're ready to do something that you're passionate about. But I feel like right now, stay silent. I know you didn't ask about this, but I'm gonna just tell you what I think you need to hear, as well as the answer to your question, because there seems to be some people that are very secretive. Just be wary, stay quiet about what you're planning to do and what you're trying to do, because some people may be trying to sabotage. Right now, focus on your heart, solar, and sacral chakras. Work on clearing these chakra centers. Meditation will definitely help. Binaural beats definitely help. Reiki music definitely helps. Exercise as well. Unblock and clear these chakra centers, your heart, solar, and sacral chakra, so you can manifest new opportunities, because right now that is what's blocking you. You're ready for a new beginning, but you're blocked currently. Now let's draw the rest of these cards. So I feel like right now things are a little bit chaotic. Things aren't going to go through just yet. I feel like the Judgment reversed. You may get a decision from a few jobs here that you may have been pursuing. Or maybe you could have had a few interviews already where the decision is not really turning in your favor. And once again, that goes back to somebody either wanting less pay, you know, they're wanting to employ somebody that will be a mindless slave and work for less. I also feel like there are some things regarding your finances where budgeting could definitely help you. So some of these do tie into your answer, because I feel like there's a lack of organization, a lack of time management. There seems to be so much that you're trying to do with looking for work and taking care of the bills, taking care of the home, taking care of yourself. But if you manage your time wisely and don't let yourself get too distracted, you will be able to find a new opportunity. As of right now, I don't see anything impending. You can always come back and check within a week or two just to see if the energies have changed, which I do suggest you do that. But since we're peering into the energies right now, I really feel like you need to get yourself organized. You need to, get your schedule, or, get something in order so, you can have time to work on clearing these blockages that you're experiencing right now. Don't worry about love right now. And I also feel like more than anything, you just need to get yourself aligned with the vibration of manifestation. So right now you're healing. Right now you're healing because this just popped out on its own, and we have 2 major arcana. There are some things that you have to wait for. It's all in divine timing. Things aren't looking up at the moment, but it doesn't mean that they won't look up at all, because I feel like the stars are shining down upon you and you need some time to heal right now. And maybe you're trying to do too much too fast. And so it's time for you to maybe just take this opportunity to rest. You can still, do what you've been doing if you've been looking for work and all that good stuff, but find ways to budget better, find ways to save money. What can you cut out of your expenses that you know you don't need and that will always be there. So when you do have the money, you can go back and get it. What is it that you're getting and spending money on? How much is coming in? How much is going out? What could you cut out to help you save money for the time being while you're looking for, either a new opportunity when it comes to jobs, or just looking for a way to start seeing more gains rather than more losses than gains? Let's go ahead and clarify this. Let me know how it's going for you. Ace of Wands. All right. So we have the King of Cups. So I feel like you have been emotionally balanced for the most part, and you're ready to start fresh. I feel like you may have some creative things that you've been doing, or maybe you just are learning new things concerning your passions. But there just seems to be a lot of chaos right now, especially concerning your living situation, where it's causing a lot of discord and chaos within your finances right now. I also feel like you are doing very well when it comes to your emotions and, not letting anybody really throw you off course. So I really don't think that it's something that can't be worked through. I just think that budgeting, financial literacy, organization, and time management, cutting out certain expenses will help you to improve your finances for sure. If you want to go back to school, go do it. I don't give a damn if you are feeling like, oh, I'm too, maybe it's too late for me, or, I don't know how to work out. Just go learn some new skills for sure as well. Definitely focus on, I feel like somebody is writing down their expenses, focusing on taxes, learning new ways to budget, find new ways to increase your income and increase your savings. Two of Pentacles reversed. All right, so we have two cards, the Seven of Wands and the Six of Wands reversed. So keep fighting the good fight. Keep, competing with others. Keep putting in that hard work to find ways to increase your finances. I feel like the Six of Wands reversed, there could be some account, or maybe you've hidden some money. I feel like with the Six of Wands reversed, you need to look everywhere you can, anywhere and everywhere where you could have some money sitting around. Hell, clean your house. You might find $20 somewhere, or find $20 on the ground, or find $20 in an account, or $100, or however much money that you forgot you had or didn't know you had. Stand your ground with those that throw you out of balance financially. If you can't do it, you can't do it. And don't let anybody guilt trip you into that either, because there seems to be a lot of people with hidden agendas. Dang. All right. I got y'all tonight. All right. So let's wrap this up. And we'll move on to Alicia. Thank you guys so much for the $20. I had an outburst at my daughter's. Oh, here, let me read that afterwards. Look, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. So you already know what you need to do. You know who you need to cut out. Don't get into arguments with anybody about what you're doing with your money and why. You don't need to explain anything. You just write some things down. Don't try and remember where your money is going. Try and log it. Hell, get a composition book and see if you can just keep up for a little while. So you're kind of getting your mind into the groove of doing that every time you're spending something. Oh, let me write that down. And then look at how it adds up. And then you'll see, damn, I need to cut this out. I need to stop spending on this. I can't help this person today. Just keep up with that, get organized, and you should be good. Okay. All right. So let's see for Alicia. Man, what a beautiful turnout tonight, you guys. Cool. All right, guys and goddesses. Alicia, go ahead and give me your sign, by the way. I had an outburst at my daughter's father. My pleasure, Lexi. I had an outburst at my daughter's father today. I'm happy about it, whereas before it would have drained me. I'm happy with my kids. What do the cards say as the way that I should be moving out in the world from this point on? All right, cool. I got you, girl. So, guys and goddesses, what messages do you have for Alicia Barnes? What messages do you have for Alicia Barnes, who is a Leo, Pisces. So I'm assuming that's sun, moon, and rising. So Leo sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. I'm a Pisces moon too, girl. Hey, girl. Look, like the Nine of Chalices. Hey, bitch. Oh, okay. So show me messages for Alicia Barnes Keto, who is a Leo Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. What messages and advice do you have for Alicia Barnes, Leo Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising for her future? All right, let's cut the deck. Bam, bam, bam. So things are turning in your favor right now. Absolutely beautiful energies. Karma is definitely here because this is the second time the wheel came out, and I feel like this is collectively to those of you that are watching. You'd be surprised when I do these live readings for people. You'd be surprised how some of these messages could resonate for you, even if I'm not even asking for it. So hell, there may be some relevance, but things are definitely turning in your favor right now. Good fortune is coming your way. Right now, you could be feeling like you're unable to move forward in some way, unable to move, maybe physically move rather than emotionally move on. Because I feel like right now you may have been stuck in some way, or maybe somebody's trying to keep you stuck on something, or something's been stuck on your mind. There could also be a situation where somebody's not watching how they speak to you, or maybe somebody's taking you out of context. That could be going on. Maybe you need to go back and revisit certain relationships where maybe you haven't spoken your truth, and maybe that will help you in releasing some energy and, finding forgiveness in your heart. So it's time to release the past for sure, because there could be a lot of people from your childhood and on up, from your past on to now, even where people are, they're stuck in some way. They're stuck in their ways. They're stuck in their heads. And I really feel like releasing some of the bad memories that you may have gone through in childhood or just in general with certain people, find a way to release it. Ask God, ask Archangel Michael, ask, your ancestors, reach out in some way to help you if you are struggling with that. You may not be, but just take what resonates and leave the rest, because I'm not quite sure who could be staying stuck in some way or who needs to release the past. It could be other people that are living in the past that you need to move on from, or maybe there's some unfinished business that you need to go back and speak your piece. There could also be a situation where you're coming back, or maybe you had some travel plans and now they're being canceled or just delayed in some way. Maybe they're being changed. Maybe you're changing dates for a trip here. But I definitely feel like there's this energy where somebody's feeling stuck. Let's put this out. All right. So I feel like, and I'm going to call out the signs. You may be dealing with these signs, you may not, but just bear with me. So I see Justice and the Hermit. So I see Virgo and Libra if you are dealing with those signs. I feel like right now, justice is definitely served. As I stated earlier in the collective reading with everybody, when I said karma is here and justice is here, it is, because I see you getting, you've already gotten your justice. You may have been dealing with the legal system and trying to work through some things that are still unfinished. So maybe there's still a court case that's pending, or still you're waiting for, you're awaiting a verdict here, or you're just looking to get your justice. And I see that has come through for you. The Hermit reversed says a lot about, maybe how you're feeling right now. Maybe you just feel like a shut-in right now. You don't really feel like going out. You don't really feel like talking to people, doing much of anything with certain people, especially because you just feel like it's just repeating a cycle that doesn't need to be repeated. Four of Chalices reversed. And we're going to clarify these. I feel like right now, there's this level of disinterest. You could have received multiple offers here, and now you're kind of pulling back because maybe you saw some things that weren't looking right, or, just be wary of people that are very hesitant or paranoid and they don't trust people, because people that are very untrustworthy or don't trust easily have something to be untrustworthy about. I also feel like maybe you're being a little bit too cautious. You're doing fine, but maybe there are some things that you could be setting yourself free from that maybe you're still kind of hiding away from, or maybe there's somebody you're dealing with that's been trying to hide away from judgment and from the verdict of justice being served. But, they can run, but they can't hide, especially if you're dealing with somebody here that maybe is a little bit too hesitant. Maybe you're dealing with certain people that are just appearing disinterested, but it's because of their insecurities and they like to escape a lot. So maybe somebody is codependent in some way. So they could be codependent on substances for sure, sex addicted, things like that. But let's clarify to see specifically what's going on. Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords reversed, Two of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Temperance reversed, clarifying the recent past. So far, I feel like there are some major decisions that need to be made, and maybe you may have felt indecisive, or again, you were awaiting a decision or on something regarding you getting your justice. And so there was a lot of things that kind of left you in the dark. Maybe you were a little bit confused, or maybe somebody was telling you half truths or, full lies. I also feel like there's somebody here, that is emotionally imbalanced, so they lose their temper a lot. And I feel like you've moved on. Maybe they've been causing a lot of opposition. You guys haven't been seeing eye to eye, and you guys are just on two different paths. And so I really feel like now you're reaching a state of clarity presently. There's definitely a drinker here or codependency issues for sure. I feel like you're moving on with that Knight of Wands. You could be focusing on finding a new home, or maybe you're going to court or already went to court and got some result here. I also feel like, you're focusing on people with integrity and who, people that are honest with you as you are with them. There's definitely somebody stuck in the past. And you're releasing yourself from it because, from certain people like this, because you realize that it'll keep you stuck. But you made the choice to choose yourself and move on. And I feel like you made the right decision. I feel like you may have been dealing with a breakup, or just dealing with family situations. Even if you're not dealing with love, you're dealing with family situations here where there's been a lot of discord and fighting. I feel like certain people haven't been coming through as they said said that they would. I also feel like, people aren't seeing eye to eye because somebody's still stuck in the past over some things, and you're ready to move forward in life. And you feel like you already saw all that you needed to see. And you're going to do what's best for you. There could be a lot of offers where other people are stuck on their exes. They're talking a lot about their exes, or just friends that you've known for a really long time who just seem to be hiding away from you while you're trying to improve your life currently. Four of Chalices reversed. All right. So we have the Nine of Swords. So I feel like there needs to be some things cleared from the mind. Clean out your closet, clean out your home. It could be quite literally. Be wary of other people, trying to project psychic attack onto you. Be careful with, getting too much in the mind, because the Nine of Swords, I feel like this is in the near future. Somebody's going to try to escape from judgment, and they're very scared right now. Don't doubt yourself. Don't let other people's fears and doubts and insecurities either get in the way. Don't hang with people that have a lot of these issues. Get adequate rest, because the Nine of Swords, if you're having nightmares, maybe try to do some dream interpretation to be able to help you to identify what your subconscious mind is trying to tell you. Meditate more so you can observe your thoughts to see what needs changing, to see what needs healing, and who needs releasing. And I also feel like, there seems to be a lot of pain right now where, maybe somebody just appeared all in at first, and then they caused an argument or found a reason to leave, and now they're acting funny, or there just seems to be a lot going on. Maybe you're moving on in life and moving up in life. You could be dealing with a motherly figure that has an issue with what you've decided to do with your life by releasing yourself from this energy. Or it could be simply, if you were dealing with a relationship and a breakup, there's a third party here that could be jealous, or maybe a jealous mother, or maybe somebody else. If you do have kids, and then you have the person that you have kids with also has kids with somebody else. If that is your situation, then I see that this is going on. Somebody is real aggressive, or, again, very jealous and insecure. And so they really shrink in your presence, or they feel really small because they themselves are insecure and they choose not to improve themselves. I feel like you're at a crossroad right now. There could be a lost friendship over jealousy, or lost friendships over jealousy. And if you've been indecisive about letting certain people go that have been showing jealousy and envy towards you, and trying to make you fearful and doubtful of your abilities of achieving success, and make you doubt that you'll even get to where you're trying to go, stay away from these people. Make the decision now, because self-love is what needs to be implemented more than ever right now, because you could be dealing with somebody that's just trying to cause a lot of undue stress for you. because they're jealous and they don't want you to do better than them. But keep, moving forward, slow and steady wins the race. Be gentle and be patient with yourself and continue to build roots or establish roots and then build upon those roots. And don't let anybody stop you or make you doubt yourself or make you fearful of what's to come. Because as long as you remain in the present, you get adequate rest, exercise, find some ways to detach from certain people that are jealous of your accomplishments, and heal yourself. You will be able to reach greater heights a lot sooner than expected. So I'm not quite sure how that reading was for you, because I don't know if the chat is delayed or what's going on with the chat, but oh, okay, cool. Look, look, she already said it. Perfect. Okay, girl. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed the reading. Thank you guys once again for getting readings. That's awesome. And for the donations as well. I really do appreciate that. See, things like this will start to flow into our lives a lot more. We'll be seeing a lot more blessings than we may have in years. And it's going to shock you, because when it happens, it'll happen in divine timing. The more you choose yourself and invest in yourself, the more you will see blessings pour into your life, the more abundance, prosperity, wealth, health, love, success, and happiness will enter your life. That, you know what? I need to get me some water, because I can't believe I just did this for 2 hours straight. Nice, guys. We did it. Does anybody else want a question, or is there anything that anybody else wants to see, to peer into the energies? Okay. Okay, all right. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. That was flat as hell. All right, y'all. Well, to the 25 people that have been silent as hell up in this chat, you guys are welcome. Don't be shy. Speak up. Let us know how you feel. But yeah, you guys, Mondays and Fridays, once again, I will be going live on those days, and in between those days, I may go live as well, but for sure, Monday and Friday in the evenings around this time, right? After that, I also will be making the monthlies a lot more a lot more organized, you guys. I've been really disappointed in myself about getting those out late, and I'm really sorry to those of you that have been waiting for readings, and I haven't been doing as well as personally I feel like I could be. But that's what this Mercury retrograde is all about. It's all about looking at the self, finding ways to improve, especially with finances, relationships, and environments. We can always find room for improvement. So as long as we continue to work towards those and try, just not try, but do better and be better than, who we were yesterday and what we did yesterday, we will be able to prevail and succeed with flying colors. You said Wednesdays too. Oh, there you are, James. You've been quiet today. It's a pleasure to see you. But Wednesdays, I was thinking about doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I'm going to commit to Mondays and Fridays. And then if I feel compelled to do it on Wednesdays as well, then I'll do it like that. But I feel like the 2 days you guys can expect me to go live is Monday and Wednesday. I mean, Monday and Friday. Now you got me saying Wednesday, James. Damn. Mondays and Fridays for sure. Okay. Y'all did. Hey, okay. So everybody in the chat, is James telling the truth? Do y'all really miss me? Because sometimes I be feeling like y'all don't miss me at all. I love to be missed. You know. Everybody in the chat, is he telling the truth? Because we got a lot of quiet. Oh, stop lying. I'm just playing. I love y'all too. Oh my God. Yeah. Guys, be sure to check out the join button as well as if you guys would like to become a sponsor. That's one way to show support to this channel. I've been thinking about doing a few things to revamp this channel by the new year. So stay tuned, you guys. I love you guys. I'm all about that party bus. Let's manifest it. And I will be back Monday. I love you guys so much. And until next time, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.